I wanted to take the time today and tell you a little bit about why I do what I do and what got me hooked to that topic. I'm Lisa Marie Hanstock. I'm a certified nutritionist from Germany, and I teach people a healthy, balanced diet for sustainable weight loss for all those people who are ready for a change and who want to overcome their overweight. I studied for 4 years in Germany, and during that time, I took an internship at a children's hospital. Uh, in a children's hospital, the nutritionists treat children and adults who have inherited metabolic diseases and also overweight people. That's very interesting. That was very interesting to me because with a very watched diet or overwatched diet, people, for instance, with phenylketonuria can have a very normal life. If you don't watch their diet, those children get or become dumb because their system would produce substances that damages the brain, and by the time they get older, the brain would be so severely damaged that they are very, very disabled. But if you watch the diet, they are able to go to school. They are maybe not able to finish university and to work in a field that just needs their brain, but they can go to school. They can finish school, they can have a job, they can live a very normal life. That was very fascinating and very interesting to me. But also we help people, families that were overweight. Those families usually have been sent from their pediatricians or from family doctors. So it wasn't like they came by themselves. It was more like they've been sent more than they wanted to come and change something. That was the first part that was very difficult. And then the general procedure looked like that. They would come in and they would first tell us what they eat, and we would then hand out a piece of paper that listed all the food that was healthy, like healthy choices for the different meals, and then also the recommended amounts. And we would then compare what they ate and what we'd recommend, and we would look for errors or for things that we could change and adjust. And yeah, the most ridiculous report I heard, or the most ridiculous error we found, was with a family that said they would have 1 glass of milk extra in the morning and a fruit plate for TV time. And I was like, no way. This can't be it. That's not the reason why they are so overweight. And that can't be the only thing we can change, to skip the milk or to take out the milk and to not have the fruit platter in the evening. So fruit contains sugar, and that's why we decided they shouldn't eat that food. What I didn't know by the time was that the higher the BMI, the more common underreporting is. So people tell you the truth about what they eat, but they don't give you the complete picture. And that's very frustrating if you want to help people to overcome their overweight. And that got me hooked. I want to figure out what's the cause of overweight, because it seemed like these people kind of knew what they should eat, but they weren't eating it. So it was something hidden in their life that they were not able to grab, not able to identify, not able to hold on, so they could make a change. And it also wasn't something that made them suffer, or that was very difficult for them to achieve. It was kind of something that was, they do, but they weren't aware that they were doing it. So I wanted to find the cause of that. And I also desperately wanted to help those people, because I knew by the time they left the hospital, they wouldn't make a change at home. First of all, they've been sent by someone else. It wasn't their own decision to make a change. And second of all, the advice we gave them wasn't effective, sustainable. I thought, yeah. The first idea I came up with was to create a weekly meal plan. And the special thing about that was that it would finish all the ingredients by the end of the week. Like if you went to the supermarket in the beginning of the week, bought all the ingredients, you would be able to finish all the ingredients by the end of the week. I then realized that what if people don't like broccoli? What if people don't like fish? I thought that's not really a system. That's just something they can copy. It's not like I teach them a system they can apply for themselves and create something out of it for their own life. I knew what a healthy diet would look like. I learned it at university. Mediterranean diet. I later then found the planetary health diet. And I always thought that's a very nice picture of the pyramid. It's a very nice picture of the plate. I know what is healthy, like for one day, what you should eat, what you should have. But how do I put it into one meal? How do I know that one meal is healthy? I moved to Ethiopia for 2 years. I got introduced to the Ethiopian kitchen. I was forced to cook Ethiopian food because they just don't have the stuff that we have in Germany. So I changed my diet over there. And we then later decided to move to Japan. And I realized that's the jackpot for me. Like moving to Japan and being able to learn about the Japanese kitchen, about the Japanese food culture, about Japanese food providing is the most fascinating thing I could learn. And I thought I would interview every Japanese housewife person, the person who provides the family with food. I would take Japanese cooking classes, and then I knew the system. Then I knew what I had to do to teach a very balanced diet. I took a Japanese cooking class and I spoke to a lot of Japanese women, and the Japanese women told me that they need 2 hours to prepare a very proper Japanese meal, like breakfast or dinner. I went to the cooking class and it was the same thing like everywhere. You have a recipe, you follow the recipe, you put different recipes together and you have a meal. And I was disappointed. I was like, no, this can't be it. I can't be in the kitchen for 2 hours. That's not it. But something else happened. I was experienced before we went to Japan because I lived in Ethiopia. I knew if I move to another country, I cannot eat the food that I'm used to eat in Germany. Because they either don't have the ingredients or I need time to find those ingredients because the packages look different. They are in different shelves at the supermarket and they have different names. And in Japan, I can't read. I don't know what it is. Even if I knew the word, I couldn't read what it is. So I was aware when we moved there that I needed rice, vegetables, and meat and salt. That's what I have. That must be the first thing I buy when I go to the supermarket. Because when we moved to Ethiopia, I wasn't prepared. I didn't think about what I wanted to get at the supermarket. So I just bought some noodles and some tomatoes and just some noodles with tomato sauce. But when you are very exhausted and everything is new, you want something nice to eat to comfort you. So I knew that before moving to Japan and I was prepared. And that kind of meal, rice, vegetables, and meat, we would have for a very long time. I would then also add some special spices and other things. I realized, oh wait, we do have to eat legumes too. So I got some legumes, different legumes. And I changed up the thing. I added things to it. I didn't change the thing completely. I didn't start cooking different meals all of a sudden because I got very good at it, and it then only took me 30 minutes. The first year we didn't go back to Germany. We spent the first 1 year in Japan, and so I got very good. I got very good at that, at preparing that kind of food. When we went back to a visit for Germany, we were shocked because, first of all, the variety of vegetables we eat traditionally in Germany is very small. For dinner, for instance, it's cucumber and tomatoes. Almost anyone eats that. For lunch, it's usually one vegetable on the side, very small amount. And yeah, the second thing was that the amount of vegetables we'd eat is very, very small. And we don't have a car in Germany, so we always take the train, and eating at a train station was the most horrible thing ever then. Because there were no vegetables. It was a huge amount of carbs, a huge amount of protein, but no vegetables. And we're like, we have nothing to eat here. We have no food. And when we came back to Japan, I was jet lagged, so I was up during the night, and I had my cell phone and I was writing, and like the whole picture fell. Like a Tetris game, like everything fell into place, and I all of a sudden knew the reason for overweight, and I knew how to fix it. I had a diet to teach overweight people to overcome their overweight, because I realized if you eat more vegetables, you are able to eat less. And if you don't eat enough vegetables, you have to eat a lot of the other things. But they are full of energy. So the amount of nutrients in a meal, in a whole diet, like everything you eat during the day, is important. Nutrient density is a very important factor to, first of all, live healthy, and to, second of all, be able to eat less of the food. And I then created my diet. I call it the Lamar diet. And on top, I created the system on how to put that diet on a plate every single day. Because food providing, the one who's in charge of that at the house, knows what I'm talking about. It's one of the, to me, it's the most frustrating thing, because I have to do it every single day. And before, I was always thinking in recipes. What do I want to cook today? Or what do I want to cook tomorrow? Okay, I want to cook that meal, and I need those ingredients. I don't have those too. Okay, I can't make that. I can make something else, but I don't have that. And you always have to have the things at the house, so you have to plan in advance. You have to sit down and you have to think about what you want to eat. To me, it's such a huge creative task to do. I don't like doing it, especially not every week. And then on top, even if I plan the week and I'm very happy about it, something changes. Like, we would be invited to other people's house. Someone would come over and all of a sudden I don't have enough food. Things change so quickly, and then I have meat in the fridge, or I have that ingredient and I can't finish it, so I have to throw it out because I had no time to cook it. And with the system I have now, I don't think about it anymore. I just buy the stuff I like. When I start cooking at 5 p.m., I go to my fridge, I take all the things I want, and I make it. It takes me 30 minutes, and there's no pain anymore, no frustration. And I just love it so much. And I know it's healthy and balanced, and it has a very good nutrient density. And I invite you to look it up. I have the website course. You can take a look at it. You cannot take a look at the Lamar diet or the system. The system, the diet and the system is what I offer. That's my course. That's my program. But if you want to look up the nutrient density and understand it a lot better, you can go to the website course, and there is a video that explains it. And I also have the free PDF that teaches, or that lists you and explains you the 4 reasons for overweight that I believe are the most common reasons for overweight. Because the nutrient density, or the lack of nutrients, is just one reason. But it's the one that we can address immediately, because you do have to cook every day, right? And it's the most easily, because other things are habits, emotional pain, and that's a very long process to heal and to overcome that. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you not like what I hear, because how can you like someone's story, right? But I wanted you to know, so I also made the video so you get to know me a little bit better. And yeah, I wish you a wonderful day. Bye bye.